Hey guys, we had a blood test for my daughter also. I'm not going to give you like super details. I don't think she's a big fan of this, but I just wanted to talk a little bit about some of her numbers. HOMA IR, again, my eyes got better and my glasses are actually too strong now. Her HOMA IR, wait for this, I guess. That's pretty. As you can tell, it's 8 o'clock in the morning here. According to our son, though, it's just a little after 6. So I wake up pretty darn early. So her HOMA IR scores 2.04, which is a sign of potentially early insulin resistance. But when you compare it with the rest of her numbers, they're pretty darn good. Her triglyceride to HDL ratio is 1.8, which is wonderful. Her A1C is a little high at 4.9, but according to Dr. Barry, you want to keep that A1C number in the low fives, but that still gives her an average daily glucose of 93.93. Her fasting glucose was 81, which is wonderful. And this is like one of the best numbers. The VLDL, this is the very low dense lipoproteins. This, along with the triglyceride and the HDL, will give you an indication of your risk for heart attack and stroke. Hers is 16. It's one lower than even mine, and I'm in pretty good shape. So, everyone's a bio individual. Her insulin looked a little high at 10. Mine was 3. But she eats, I think, a fair amount of carbs. But I would almost put her into low carbohydrate, high fat. I don't think she's in ketosis, but I think she does good. She's not overweight. She's not underweight. She feels good. She doesn't have any pain because she's a guitarist and she's had some hand issues, wrist issues, and some foot pain. So I thought a non-inflammatory diet might be beneficial. It seems she hasn't been complaining about it, so that's a good thing. All right. So anyway, 22 years old, and she still looks to be in pretty darn good shape. So I was plateaued at around 88, 89, hither, thither, right? And I increased my butter. I doubled my butter intake. I used to do a 6-egg omelet with 2 tablespoons. Now I do 3 eggs with 2 tablespoons, another 3 eggs with 2 tablespoons with a cheese sandwich in the middle. So it's kind of a big round omelet looking thing. And I put Frank's hot sauce on that and some Parmesan cheese. Oh, you have no idea how delicious that is. Oh, and yesterday I even took another tablespoon of butter and kind of put it on the top so it would melt in with the Frank's and the Parmesan cheese. So yeah, I had 5 nuts, about 60 grams of butter. How many ounces would that be in dog? About 3 ounces, almost a quarter pound of butter. I accidentally kind of sort of burned my ribs, but it was good. The fat kind of charred and it kind of was like gooey and chewy. It was delicious. Oh my God. It wasn't like fatty. It was actually pretty decent. I actually didn't mind cooking it to death. What I found sad was that unfortunately the fond was a little too burned and it was a little bitter. And so I couldn't catch that extra tallow that had come off the fat. The one that hits your barbecue and makes it smell really good? Yeah, that. But I'm thinking back, maybe if I just poured that tallow off and just, add a little salt and drunk it down, or put it on my eggs or something, I probably would have been able to capture those calories, which I would have preferred. If you got to pay money for meat, and they give you some extra fat, that's a bonus. It really is. Sometimes they'll actually make it cheaper because they're like, well, it's mostly fat, I can give you a break. Yeah, do it, take it. So anyway, I've increased my fat and now I'm losing weight again. I was 85 yesterday, and pretty much high 85 today. I was 80, I think I was 86.1. But again, that's a glass of water, literally a glass of water. Everything's great, feel great, sleep great. The night before, I kind of had a little crunchy period of some weird nausea about 12 to 1. I would normally attribute that to Chili's because that's kind of how it felt. And then I came out, took a pinch of salt, some water, and then I had, I think, 2 little vapors. That was it. And I felt better. So it was gastric. But no, my gut's in wonderful shape. Feel great. I don't burp. I don't have what I used to have when I was just full. No, just bubbles and bloating and gas and burps. I mean, people didn't even want to be in the same room with me, man. And now it's like, I never have gas anymore. No bloating, burping, nothing. So anyway, I guess we have some new subscribers. So bienvenue, welcome to the channel. Bienvenidos. So yeah, we'll cut this video off a little bit shorter here. I can't think of much else to say. That's kind of weird for me. But I'm going to go ahead and make my coffee. Still reducing. I told myself I was going to cut down to 200 ml by the end of the month. And if I feel like I want to make it 250 just because it fills my little cup, I'm happy with that. I don't feel like too much coffee. You know, there's a sun, you know, when your body's had enough, you feel it, and you know, you're like, oh, dude, no more. And I know the carnivore community would be like, well, that's a vegetable. Yeah, but it tastes good. Fuck it, I don't care. You know, sorry, I don't get tribal. And I haven't gotten zealous or over the edge in a long time, probably almost the whole year. It was that constant fluctuation of glucose. It makes you crazy. It does make people crazy. They're crazy. You just sit back and you're just like, oh, give me a steak. Namaste. Oh, you know, the little heart. So that's it. We'll cut you guys loose. You have a good day. Be well, and we'll chat with you on the next one. Bye.